Welcome to my grammar pages. Here is Sandhya with a new topic for you today. Today in this class, we are going to discuss some rules about the usage of nouns in the sentences. In the earlier classes, we discussed the types of nouns. Now today, we are going to discuss how these nouns can be used in the sentences and where we are generally going wrong while using the sentences. Here, as per our earlier discussion, nouns are of proper, common, collective, material and abstract, and these four come under the category of concrete nouns, where these have a physical existence as well as we can feel them with all our five senses. But abstract noun, as said before, it doesn't have any shape or any size and we cannot feel them with our five senses. We cannot hear, we cannot see, we cannot touch them. Now coming to the nouns, these nouns, let me take the first one, that is the proper noun. These proper nouns, according to the features of the proper nouns, these proper nouns do not have the plural form. So proper nouns do not have the plural forms. Okay, suppose if there comes a situation where these proper nouns are to be written in plural form, let me take an example and explain you. For example, our teacher spoke to 3 Rahuls in the class. There are 2 Johns in the crowd. Look at these examples. Here, Rahul is a proper noun. Proper noun is a noun where a particular name is given to a person or a place or a thing. Here Rahul is the name of the person. The names of the persons will never hold a plural form. But here we have used the plural form of Rahul. Actually Rahul is a proper noun, and if plural form is given to a proper noun, this is no more a proper noun. Okay, it becomes a common noun. So why we are giving plural form to the proper noun here? Look at the sentence clearly. Our teacher spoke to 3 Rahuls in the class. In this, there are 3 persons bearing the name Rahul in the class. So that's why we have used the plural form of Rahul. In the same way, there are 2 Johns in the crowd. So there are 2 people holding the same name of John in the crowd. That's why we have taken this plural form of the proper noun. So here comes a common noun. Suppose if anyone asks you why it has become a common noun, we can clearly say that the plural form does not exist for the proper nouns. If the proper nouns are given the plural form, they are no more proper but they become common. And coming to the next one, this is rule number 1 in the proper noun, and in the rule number 2, that is placing an article. Proper nouns do not have an article preceded to them, like a Rahul, a Hyderabad, an America. Like that, we don't have the placement of articles in front of the proper nouns. Suppose if we place an article, so what are the situations that make us to put an article in front of a proper noun? Let me tell you. For example, when you're comparing one person to another person with his or her quality, defining his or her quality, then definitely we have to use an the definite article the. Take for example, Peter is the Shakespeare of my class. Suresh is the Hercules. In these two examples, the word Shakespeare is a proper noun because it's the name of a person, and even in the sentence, Hercules is the name of a person. Shakespeare, we all know that he is the god of literature, and this particular person, Peter, is compared to the quality of Shakespeare. So here, as we are comparing one person to another person with his or her quality, now we can use the article the. And even in this one, Suresh is compared to the quality of Hercules. Hercules was the strongest person. So Suresh's strength is as equal as Hercules. That's why we have used an article before the proper noun, that is Hercules. Next comes a collective noun. Now, what is a collective noun? Collective noun is the name given to a group or collection of objects or people or persons. I mean the places. Now, collective noun cannot be taken in plural form. So, proper noun cannot be taken in plural form. Collective noun cannot be taken in plural form, and a material noun cannot be taken in a plural form, as well as abstract nouns cannot be taken in plural forms. Now, collective noun will hold only a single verb and singular pronoun. Now, let me explain how it happens in a sentence when you write it in the form of a sentence. The deck of cards is on the table. The board has done its job. Okay, this is enough. Now, in this, we can clearly identify the collective noun. This is a collective noun, and here it is a collective noun. Deck, we know that deck of cards is a pack of cards, is lying on the table. So please do not focus on the plural form of the word cards and write it as are. Are is wrong, because we are referring, this single verb is referring to the collective noun, that is deck. That's why we have to write only the singular verb. And coming to the next one, the board has done its job. Board, we all know that these are the members responsible for managing some important business affairs or some other activities. So this board has done its job. We are not focusing on the group of people who are present in the board and write it as have. And if you take have, obviously we cannot go with its, it becomes there. So these two are wrong because we are not focusing on the members and we are focusing only on the collective noun, that is board. So it takes only single verb has and singular pronoun its. Let us move on to the next one, that is common noun versus material noun. Now let me tell you what a common noun is. Common noun is a noun which denotes about the objects that are seen generally around us. It's a general name given to the thing or a person or a place. Material noun is a raw material that is existing in the nature where it is not human made. So it is a raw material from which other substances, other things are prepared. Now coming to the common noun. These common nouns, let me take an example and explain you the rules. This bench is made of wood. She got a lot of insect bites in the woods. Now let us see the difference between these two sentences. This bench is made of wood. In this one, bench, the word bench is a common noun, and here we have one more noun. This is, I say this is a common noun, and here it is a material noun because this is the raw material from which this bench is made up of. And coming to the next one, she got a lot of insect bites in the woods. So here we have a noun. Okay, so even here insect bites is also a noun, and here I am talking about the difference between the wood which is present in the first sentence and the words in the second sentence. Here words is not the plural form of wood because we know that there is no plural form of material nouns. Wood, woods cannot be written. Water, waters cannot be written. So wood is different. Wood is a material noun, and here the meaning of woods is forests. Okay, and here it's not a material noun here, it's a common noun. Okay, so this is the raw material from which a bench is made, and this is the forest. Now let me take one more example. She drank milk in silver. Gold is costlier than silver. Now let us see the difference between both the silvers here. So she drank milk in silver. Here milk is also a noun, this is a common noun, and let me tell you the difference between the common noun and the material noun here. Gold is costlier than silver. So I say that this is a common noun, and here it is not the raw material through which or from which something is being made. It is referring to a silver glass or silver tumbler or silver container. Okay, and gold is costlier. This is the raw material, it goes under material noun, and here silver is once again a material noun because he is referring to the raw material but not a container. So when it is referring to a container, it becomes a common noun, and when it is talking about, when we are talking about the raw material, then it becomes a material noun. So this is the difference between, so we must be very careful between the common nouns and the materials. Mostly people have the doubts how they could differentiate between the common noun as well as a material noun. So it's very easy to identify, but you should read the sentence very carefully and understand what kind of function it is doing in the sentence. Depending upon that one, we can clearly differentiate between a common noun as well as a material noun. Now a small variation in the explanation of nouns. So let me talk about the singular and the plural nouns, how they are being taken. There are some nouns which exist only in the singular form, though they appear to be the plural one with the addition of s after that, but they are not plural, but they exist only in singular and they take only the single verb. For example, if you take mathematics or economics or physics, aerobics, news, classics and gymnastics, they are not plural. When you look at them, they appear like plural, but they are not plural. For example, if you take mathematics, mathematics was one of the interesting subjects at school. So in this one, Mathematics, when we have taken, as we have already discussed, that it has to be taken only in singular form. It will take only a singular verb. For example, if I take one more, aerobics is a great fun. In this, once again, aerobics has taken only the singular verb. Now coming to the next one, that is nouns which exist only in plural form. Look at this one: clothes, scissors, spectacles, trousers, pants, headphones, goods, many others, sunglasses, what else? Savings, earnings, they all come under the nouns which exist only in the plural form. So look at the difference between the top one and the bottom ones. So in the top ones, we can see the existence of the addition of yes after the word. We don't have the plural form for that one, but here we don't have the singular form, like we don't consider it as cloth or scissor or spectacle or trouser. They exist only in the plural form. So suppose if you want to write, if you want to take only the singular form, how will you write, for example, pants? Now look here. One of my pants are torn. In this one, we are taking one of the pants are torn. Here we are not considering it as pant. One of my pants. Pants means one of the legs of your pants has been torn. So one of the pants are torn. Is it right? No, because we are considering only one. So we are going to take one of my pants is torn. Now my clothes are wet. So in this, we can't take my cloth is wet. No, we cannot take it in singular form, because their existence will be there only in the plural form. One of my clothes are, we have to take only the plural form of the verb. Till now we have discussed the existence of few nouns only in plural and few nouns only in singular, though they are added with yes at the end of the word. Now there are few nouns which exist only in singular without the addition of yes or es after that. For example, now let me tell you, only nouns only in singular. They cannot be used in plural, though there is no yes after that. For example, fish, fruit, sheep, deer, etc. These do not have the plural form. They can be taken only in singular. For example, Kiran loves to eat a lot of fish. We are not using the word fishes. Earlier we used to have fishes, fruits, sheep. We don't have sheep and deers, but we used to add plural form to this one, making it as fishes and fruits. But right now in present English, we are not using the plural form of fish and fruit. So lot of fish, the word a lot itself says that we are taking the fish in plural. And for example, if you take sheep, the shepherd took all his sheep towards the mountainside. In this example, we can see took all his sheep. The word all itself says that we are taking the sheep in plural. And now, the last but not the least, there are few nouns where we can take only in singular. Let me take how I have taken this example in the same way. There is one more rule, that is the pocket money of rupees 1,000 to a kid is not appreciable. In this one, rupees 100, we consider it to be the plural form, 100 rupees, or you can write 1000 rupees. Don't consider this rupees as plural and make it as R here. This R goes wrong because we are considering it as only singular but not plural verb. In the same way, here is a dozen resources for every student. In this case, here the word dozen resources is not plural here, it's taken only a singular. That's why we have used the word is but not are. Here are a dozen resources for every student, because we are considering the word dozen but not the resources. Okay, so that's why it takes only the singular verb. So with this, I have concluded my topic. I think my class is very clear to everyone, and we have discussed the existence of nouns only in singular, plural, and where they do not have the other form. And the previous class is about the position of article before the proper nouns, and when a common noun can be considered as a material noun, and the clarification between a common noun and a proper noun, and common noun as well as a material noun. So with this, I have concluded the topic. If you have really liked the topic, please subscribe to my channel, My Grammar Pages, and update yourself with the new videos coming forward. Thank you so much.